Good morning folks, welcome back to Scuba. My name's Di and I'd like to talk to you today about dive computers and the different formats that they take. Firstly, you have your standard standalone dive computer. Whether it's attached to a console so that your air supply is below or above the actual computer, or it's a wrist mount where your air supply is completely separate to the computer itself. Either of these choices are great. If you're a bit unsure about having something on your wrist and maybe worried that you might leave that on the boat when you jump in the water the first time, then a console possibly is better for you. A wrist mount is great for being a little bit more alert of your dive situation. You tend to check a wrist a little bit more often than you check the gauge. The other type that we have is air integrated, and these also come in a gauge format or in a wrist format. So the air integrated system, basically, if you've got a hose, it will feed the air through to the computer itself. So along with your depth, time, decompression and ascent information, it'll also have your air tank pressure. So with the information, it'll feed you how much pressure you've still got, as well as how much longer that air will last at this particular depth, at this particular air effort level. The last one is using that same technology, but putting it into a wrist mount computer. So this particular situation removes the air hose. You have a transmitter that sits on your first stage, and from there sends information to your wrist. You get depth information, time, ascent, nitrogen loading, all that sort of thing, but you've also got the air tank pressure as well and how much longer you've got on your tank at your particular depth and time. Both situations are great. Again, the wrist mounted versions tend to be a little bit easier to keep an eye on because you check your wrists a lot more often. Most importantly though, is when you do think about getting an air version on your wrist, please think about that little transmitter on the first stage. We recommend getting a very short hose to put onto that transmitter so that nobody thinks the transmitter itself is a handle and snaps it off. Have a little look at the video here, I'm sure you'll understand what I mean. For more information, please have a look at our dive computers on the website. Each of them have got more details than I can list here. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. For more information, check out our YouTube videos.